Scorpio, it's your turn. It's March 2025, and I guess the first theme I'd like to draw your attention to for this month is the huge arrangement of planets in your fifth house of creativity. Yep, you're creative, but you could have so many irons in the fire right now. And the question is, what is going to yield the best return on your investment? And speaking of investments, it's not just creative investments. This can be stock market, speculative types of ventures. It can be gambling. So be careful, because you don't want to extend yourself too much. The planet Venus is retrograde at the commencement of the month. It rules your 12th house of expenses in this 6th house of debt. Mercury enters into that same area. These are not particularly friendly planets to your sun sign, so you have to be a little bit careful. And the 6th house also has to do with your open enemies or adversaries. These could be competitors that you're dealing with. And in that respect, when you see the retrograde planets there, Scorpio, you need to step back and reassess your relationship with it. Yeah, you have a relationship with enemies. It's not the bosom buddy type of relationship, but where your mind is engaged, concerned, fearful even of certain repercussions associated with these enemies, you need to understand them. And that's what this Venus retrograde is. In fact, Venus ruling this 12th sector of your horoscope, coming to the 12th house is secret enemies. 6th house is open enemies. Some astrologers take the 7th, the Western astrology, in which case Venus happens to rule the 7th as well, Taurus. So either way, there's a sense here, from what I can see, that maybe someone you weren't aware of as an adversary gives you a few more hints. You pick up on a few little subtle nuances of that person and go, right, that aha moment where this person's not really an ally at all, they're an adversary. So a little bit of understanding. And again, too, with the full moon on the 14th, that gives you the creative capacity to break through into a new paradigm, which gives you a chance to deal with this. You have to be clever, and you may have to negotiate your way out of any problems, as shown by Mercury in this 6th house. Now, for some of you, because Mars is ruling this sector of Aries, and it's been retrograde throughout February till around the 24th of February, here in the 9th house of legal matters, then in the extreme there could be some legal problems, or the potential for it with the retrogression of Mercury and Venus. Yeah, you might sort of think to yourself, maybe this is not as good an idea as I at first thought. So you have to weigh that up. You have to weigh up, well, what are the gains and what's it going to cost me up till the point that I actually win, if I can win. So they're the sorts of things that I'm seeing here, both Mercury, Venus retrograde. Then, to compound the situation, you've got the career planet, the sun, entering into this area and burning up these two planets. That's called combustion, and I've been talking about that to a lot of the other signs. You see that here? Now that's good. The sun in the 6th works better than Venus and Mercury in the 6th, and it gives you the opportunity to overcome those enemies. And if you observe the moon later in the month, it's going to end up here. I can talk about it now. It's going to go through some serious upheaval here around the 24th and 25th, when the moon makes contact there in your 4th house. Domestic circumstances that can affect your relationships, it can affect your historic family, and it can definitely affect your peace of mind. So observe, it brings that Pluto energy into this creativity zone, but then it's going to make a new moon in this 6th house. So that would tell us, and that happens on the 29th, after you've had some creative deliberation from what I can see here with the Moon-Saturn combination, and that connection to the North Node gives you some sudden brilliant flashes. That's also going to happen with the sextile aspect of Uranus in Taurus. The new moon occurs on the 29th, and that's the time when you have that opportunity to really, really shine in terms of the way you manage your conquests. This could be a period where you actually win out, but don't count your chickens before they hatch. You can see here the retrogression of Mercury back out into this fifth house. That will again come back into the sixth house down the track next month, and we'll talk about that as a follow-on to the reality show called Scorpio. Don't forget to get the rest of the information, because this is just the skimming of the surface, the Oracle Express as I call it, at astrology.com.au, the daily, weekly, monthly and yearly readings. You've got the Chinese horoscopes we've just uploaded there for the Chinese New Year of the wooden snake. Take a look at that. Please subscribe to the channel. It's very, very helpful if you do. That just gives us a little bit more momentum, and it, gives me a little more incentive. It tells me you're enjoying it. So I'll see you next month. Take care. Bye bye now.